Hello, I'm Ali Langdon. Welcome to A Current Affair. Megan and Michelle are two women worlds apart. One is a widow trying to rebuild after the floods. The other proudly served her country and still carries those scars today. Unfortunately, they both met the same builder, handing over tens of thousands of dollars. And for what?
And to live the way that we live, it has taken a huge strain on my health.
So I was a pretty easy target, a single widowed mum who didn't know a lot about the building thing.
Have you taken money from vulnerable women and left them in a
false.
worse position?
And that's false.
The floors have moved and become uneven.
This house is in a worse condition
Yes.
than when you started this job.
He makes out that he's a victim, but he's not the victim. He's the reason we're all in this position.
Michelle Holmes is far from the front line.
I've signed up to fight for country, to have someone come and do what they did. It's soul-crushing.
Living with permanent medical challenges, veteran Michelle dreamed of creating a sanctuary in her home.
Just something to help with my medical conditions when I get really bad headaches and my anxiety and my depression is quite high. It allows me to just go in there and, you know, to feel safe.
Michelle used $97,000 of her disability payout to fund a simple extension of her Burpengary home in Brisbane's north.
There's no kitchens or bathrooms or anything special here. It's just basically 4 walls and somewhere to store our caravan.
In 2023, she signed a contract with local builder Declan Tilson of Tilson & Sons Building and Construction, who told Michelle and husband Dave their job would take just 6 months.
We have to have this bridge here because of all the water that we get, so just mind your step.
Oh, geez, you got to have good balance.
Don't trip, please don't trip. So welcome to what would be my nice new extension. But unfortunately, we're 2 years on and we're way off yet.
No roof, no walls, no windows, and no Declan.
We have rat infestation, we've had koalas in our roof trusses, we've got wasp nests that get through the cracks and literally make nests inside.
Oh, disgusting. He's well and truly working outside his skill set, way beyond his means.
My anxiety is through the roof. Every day I have to look at this. It really affects my health. And to be honest, I don't really want to live here anymore.
Michelle's contract with Declan is still active, but across town, Megan McStay has been forced to terminate hers.
It's absolutely destroying me. Basically, I hadn't planned for any of this. I'd got accommodation for 4 weeks.
Megan thought she'd weathered the worst when her home was ravaged by floods.
The water had gone up so quickly and then we were stranded for 5 days without any power, just stuck here with canoes coming in.
When the widow and mum of 2 became eligible for the Resilient Homes Fund, it felt like a lifeline.
I don't have the money to raise my house or do any of that, so when the government provided that opportunity, you know, we took it.
Megan found Declan through the Resilient Home Fund's register and paid him more than $92,000 for a job he promised would take 4 to 6 weeks.
Initially, it was quite a simple job that you needed done.
Yeah, it was just a raise, a cement slab and a veranda and stairs at the front. It wasn't anything complicated.
Work started on Megan's home in October last year, but stopped just a day later. Declan finally picked up tools again in March, only to leave Megan's home sitting on timber pallets and her family homeless.
Are you able to explain the allegations that you've taken money from vulnerable women and left them in unsafe, half-finished homes?
That's a bigger case. Look, I'm not going to delve into it. Look, I'm not one of the people that run away from situations. But yeah, it's really unfortunate, the situation.
Well, it is unfortunate, Declan. I mean, this family is homeless.
I agree with you.
Megan's now living with her 89-year-old mother while paying the mortgage on an uninhabitable home and renting a unit for her boys.
Well, it's totally unfair that, you know, as you said, don't have a consistent place to call home. Just totally unfair, in my opinion.
It's like
being separated, you know, even from my brother, you know, like not being able to be in the same house. Same with my mum.
This is taxpayer money, Declan.
It's not.
Well, it is. They're government grants and disability payments. Do you think you owe an apology to the hard-working taxpayers who are probably feeling pretty ripped off by you right now?
See, that's a narrative that you shouldn't push because it's not true.
Making matters worse, both women have since discovered Declan didn't have building approval.
The slab's actually too high. It covered all my weep holes, and the water actually flows this way, hence why we need the sandbags. And it should be lower and flow that way.
So this is a huge flooding hazard.
It is.
Two independent construction companies have now told Michelle Declan's work is so defective it needs to be torn down.
I don't know how I'm going to get $98,000, and it's been 2 years, so the fixed price contract now to what it was 2 years ago, I can't afford that. I don't have that money.
That's an ongoing situation. We've tried to elaborate on it, and it's been took out of context, affecting me and my family.
Taken out of context,
Yes.
She's living in an unfinished, unsafe home, Declan. She's got rats coming through her roof.
Both women now face an agonising weight. Megan's fate rests on whether Queensland's Building and Construction Commission will cover any of her losses. If not, she's staring down an 89-week wait for her case to be heard at the Queensland Civil and Administrative Tribunal.
So what does that mean for you then?
I would basically lose my house.
For Michelle, the only thing left is hope Declan will hold up his end of the bargain.
I'm not cancelling a contract. He needs to come and finish it. I just want it finished. I really do. It's not a lot.
He was clearly off in a hurry. Let's hope he was heading to the hardware store so he can finish those jobs. It is the least you can do, Declan. Those women have been through far too much already.